Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I would like to talk to you about this small little camera, which is the Fujifilm XT-20, and about the video capabilities of this camera. Now, I have to tell you something, I was positively surprised with this camera. You know, when I purchased this camera, honestly, I didn't really have big expectations, you know. This is the first Fujifilm interchangeable lens mirrorless camera I have and I own. I used to have a Fujifilm point and shoot camera, but not an interchangeable lens camera. Now this is the first one, and I have to tell you that I am very surprised positively about this camera. Photography wise, even more than video wise, but also video wise. And today I would like to talk to you about video possibilities with this camera. Now I have a video about the 4K quality between the Fujifilm XT-20 and the Panasonic FZ-2000, and I will place a card up here so you can see that video if you want, where I compare the two cameras' 4K quality. Now I have to tell you, this camera has a 4K video possibility. It's not a strongly video-oriented camera. It's more likely a photo-oriented camera which has decent video capabilities. And as you can see on the screen, I will put up here, you know, a sample of 4K video which was shot with this camera. And you can see in that sample that the 4K quality is great, is excellent. Or even if you watch the video when I compare with the Panasonic FZ-2000, you will see the quality. Now, let's talk a little bit about in details what is my disappointment, I would say, and what I like in this camera video-wise. Now, first of all, disappointment is that the screen is only a tilty screen and not a flippy screen. So Panasonic cameras, they have tilty flippy screen, which one you tilt out and then you flip over, you know, or whatever. Maybe I say backward, I don't know, maybe flippy, tilty, whatever, you know what I mean. So you cannot take the screen out. So when you do selfie, kind of, you know, you shoot yourself with the camera, you will not be able to see yourself. Like with the Panasonic or with the Olympus cameras, you can see yourself when you hold the camera, you know, you can see yourself. This is the first disadvantage, I would say, in video. Now, if you shoot somebody else, this is obviously, it's not a problem. So if you are behind the camera, that's not an issue at all. But with the Panasonic, this is a great advantage. Now, the second, what I don't really like in this camera, and that is the microphone jack. It's only a 2.5mm jack and not a 3.5. It's not a big issue. I mean, you can buy an adapter, 2.5mm adapter, and then just stick the adapter in and stick the 3.5 in the adapter. But it will be much longer, you know, that's it. And those adapters have the tendency to break, you know. But anyway, this is the way it is, and you have to accept that. But what I would say, if somebody is very much video oriented, you know, and you want to buy a camera more for video and less for photo, you should go towards Panasonic, I would say. But if you want a photo camera, which is a brilliant photo camera, and you want to have decent 4K video capabilities, this is a great way to go. Because I mean, look at this camera with the 18-55 lens on it. I mean, that size is just brilliant. It's a small little camera, a compact camera, and great quality, great image quality, photography-wise or video-wise. Obviously, like I said, it has its own disadvantages, but in the same time, you get a lot. So that was the second thing I didn't really like, the 2.5mm headphone jack. Now, the third thing, which one I don't really like, is that the 4K video is only 24p and 25p. You get full HD video, 1080p, you get 60p, 50p, whatever, 24, 25, 30, whatever. And then you get 720 as well. But it would be better if you would have, you know, 4K 60p. But it doesn't. So 24p, 25p, that's the maximum you will get it with this camera in 4K. But in the same time, like I said, this is kind of a photo-oriented camera, not a video-oriented camera. Another thing which is a little bit of pain, you know, that is the 10 minutes video recording limit. I accept that, you know, completely, because this is Fuji being honest, you know. The camera, it's a small body and the camera will overheat, obviously. So they put the 10 minutes limit so you are prepared that the camera will overheat. And that's why they put the 10 minutes limit on. Now, if you know that, you can work around that, that's not a big issue. But if you want to shoot long hours and something like that, again, I would not suggest you to go with this camera. If you want to shoot short clips, you know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then stitch it together, completely fine. If you want to go on a wedding and shoot a wedding with this, I wouldn't suggest that at all. I would suggest you to go on Panasonic cameras. Again, what I like very, very much though, because these were the things that I don't really like video-wise. Now, what I like very, very much though in this camera, that is the how it handles the 4K video, the colors, the saturation, everything with the automatic picture profile. You know, I don't know now what's the name. I don't really remember what's the name because I don't really use it in video, and I don't remember. But the automatic profile, you know, you start shooting the 4K video and you will see the skin tones and the colors and everything is just brilliant. It's nice. And the 4K quality, it is very, very nice. Now, obviously, it's not as good as the Panasonic 4K, Panasonic GH5, you know, it's not as good as that. Even the FZ-2000, you know, it's a little bit better, a hair better, but in the same time, you don't really see the difference. You know, this 4K quality, it's great. So if you want a small little camera, which one is a great photo camera, but you have 4K possibility in the camera, and again, something which one I really, really like, there is no record button separate on the camera. So you don't, I'm used with the Panasonic now, but at the beginning, you know, when I started my video work, you know, I was a little bit confused, and I wanted to push the shutter button, you know, and this one, the shutter button will activate the video. So there is no dedicated video button on the camera. You use the shutter button. I like that. You might not like that. This is my opinion. So maybe you don't like that, but I like that very, very much. Again, what I like here is how the camera handles the higher ISO in 4K video. It is great. I mean, I didn't really shoot in very, very low light, but in the same time I shoot in dim light a lot, and it was just brilliant. So what I would say, if you want something serious for video, forget about this camera. If you want something serious for photography, which is a great camera, small little package, but in the same time, if you want a 1 or 2 minute short video clip in 4K, excellent quality, this is the camera to pick up. It has a lot of disadvantages, but in the same time, it has a lot of advantages. So you have to decide yourself, guys. I would say the quality of this camera is on par with other cameras. You know, it's not maybe a hair of difference, but it's not a big difference. You won't notice that, definitely. And it is very, very good size-wise, you know, and price-wise. So if we talk about the price of this camera and what it does, you know, for that price, I'd say it's an excellent value for money. Now, if you have a question about this camera or the video quality or whatever, video-wise or photography-wise, feel free and leave a comment down below, and I will try to answer best of my knowledge. If you want to add something to this video, if you think that I forgot something and you want to add to this video, feel free and leave a comment down below. Other than that, I wish you a nice day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.